UFC 300 is among us, and this is the reward that we get for surviving the absolute brutal onslaught of absolute shit fight night events that we've been given by the UFC over the past couple of weeks. I'm going to go through the entire card, starting with Cody Garbrandt versus Davison Figueiredo, all the way up to Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill. I've been watching a lot of these prediction videos and all that on YouTube by the Guru, the Weasel, the Lucas Tracy, all these people. 1 hour long prediction videos. Bro, are you serious? You need a whole hour for your prediction videos? There's 13 fights on this card. Let me just double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 fights on this card. You're saying you need an average of 4 to 5 minutes for each fight? Bro, you gotta be insane. Yeah, you know what? Let me try to do it. So let's start straight away with Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt is quick. I think he's going to be backing up the whole fight. I think Figueiredo is going to be pressuring. Cody Garbrandt's just going to be backing up like a pussy. He might throw in some dances like a cunt. You get what I'm saying? And then he might explode every now and then. He might even catch Davison Figueiredo. I think he's going to catch Davison Figueiredo on one of his leg kicks. And he might even drop Figueiredo. And I think Davison Figueiredo might shoot for a takedown in round 1 and ride the rest of the round out like that. I believe that Figueiredo will edge Garbrandt in the striking while mixing a few takedowns here and there in round 2 and 3, and I think Figueiredo is going to win 29-28. He's going to win a decision. I do not think this is going to be a finish, although these are two very good knockout dudes. I think Figueiredo wins by decision, 29-28. Moving up the card, we have Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. So here's the thing, Jim Miller is a surprisingly explosive dude. Pause. He's a surprisingly explosive dude for an old 40-year-old that he is. I get it, Bobby Green's old too. Bobby Green's 37. But I believe Miller's going to mix in the takedowns, and I think he's going to catch Bobby Green. I think Green's going to be a little bit gun-shy, considering the last fight that he had with that KO. And oh my god, let's not forget, it is a miracle that we have Bobby Green with us today. It's an absolute miracle. He's supposed to be 6 feet deep. Alright, after what the referee had done. The referee deserves the capital punishment. I'm not even going to hold back. Okay, let me chill on that. I think Bobby Green's going to have a weak chin. And it's only like, what, 4-5 months out from that fight? It's very early. He hasn't taken enough time off. After a brutal KO like that, almost dying in the octagon, man. That referee, Jesus. Anyways, I think Jim Miller is going to put Bobby Green down. Moving up the card, we have Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. Yeah, I think Rodriguez is going to absolutely destroy Jessica Andrade. Jessica Andrade has proven to be absolutely trash in the UFC. With her little T-Rex arms, she just swings for the bleachers, hopes that one of them lands. I don't think Marina Rodriguez is stupid enough to get caught with any of that shit. I think Rodriguez will outpoint her. It's going to be an extremely boring fight. I think it's going to be a decision. 30-27 decision to Marina Rodriguez. Absolute domination. Jessica Andrade has no skill. She'll just run forward, throw, just swing her arms, hope that something lands. Yeah, that's it. It's going to be a decision to Marina Rodriguez, 30-27. Moving up the card, we have Jalen Turner versus Renato Moicano. Now, every time I see one of these long, skinny fighters like Jalen Turner, I always just think, especially if it's against a grappler, he's going to get climbed like a tree. I'm just saying it right now. He's going to get climbed. Gamrot was able to, take this dude down and control him on the ground and everything. I think Moicano is just going to get the back eventually. Turner's going to try to post on one hand and get back to his feet, and he's going to give up the back in one of those processes. And I think Moicano is going to get the back, and he's going to submit him rear naked choke in round. What can I say? I'm going to go with round 1 or round 2. It's going to happen in the early rounds. So I think Renato Moicano is going to get the neck, choke him out. So make game over for Jalen Turner. Also, let's not forget that Moicano has very good submission ability. Okay, not the best. He doesn't have elite submission ability, but it's better ability than a dude like Gamrot, who just controls, keeps it on the ground. He doesn't do anything with the takedown. You get what I'm saying? But Moicano genuinely has submission ability. And so I'm excited for this. I think he's going to climb Turner. Moicano is a big underdog on this fight too. So if you're putting money down, put it on Moicano. I'm telling you right now, man. I believe he can get this done. There's a high chance Moicano gets this done. He has a very good chance here. Turner can catch him. Don't get me wrong. Turner can catch him. Turner's a very good striker, long rangey, powerful strikes. But yeah, he's just long and he's easy to catch with the wrestling. So I think Moicano is going to get this one done, or in round 1 or 2 by submission. Moving up the card, we have Sodiq Yusuff versus Diego Lopez. A lot of people think Lopez is just going to run right through Sodiq Yusuff, man. I don't know. This is a very difficult fight for Diego Lopez. I'll tell you why. If it goes to the ground, Lopez just wipes the floor with Yusuff. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is, Diego Lopez doesn't shoot takedowns. I watched a couple of his recent fights. He just doesn't shoot takedowns, man. He just waits for the for the fight to go to the ground somehow, either a knockdown or someone slips or they shoot on him. Yusuff is not going to shoot on him. You get what I'm saying? But here's the thing: Yusuff is also coming off a brutal war against Barboza. You get what I'm saying? So he might be a little beat up from that fight still. You never know. He might be a little slower than he is used to being. So, but that being said, I don't know. It's a very difficult fight to pick, man. I'm gonna go with Diego Lopez. I think Diego Lopez is gonna get caught. He's gonna get dropped, and then he might pull a triangle on the ground if Sodiq Yusuff doesn't follow it up, which I don't think he will after the second knockdown. I think he's going to knock him down twice, and then I think Lopez is going to get a triangle choke. I'm just making this shit up on a whim. Even though I have notes written, I'm making this shit up on a whim. So let's go. Moving up the card, we have Holly Holm versus Kayla Harrison. All I have to say about this fight is Holly Holm is just old, bro. She's just old. I have nothing more to say about Holly Holm. Yeah, sure, she might be able to land a few strikes here and there, but Harrison is just a dude. Harrison is a dude. She has good takedown ability. She's gonna take Holly Holm down and just absolutely ragdoll her. We should all pray for Holly Holm to survive, to come out this fight alive, because I don't know if that's gonna happen in this one, if I have to be completely honest. So yeah, I have Harrison by complete whatever she wants. Round 1 submission is what I'm gonna go with. Moving up the card, we have Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. Key point over here, what I've noticed is Calvin Kattar is 36 years of age. Alright, and in these lighter divisions, the bantamweight division, featherweight division, it's tough, man. 36 years old is super old for these divisions. Also, not to mention, Kattar's been out. He's been very inactive recently. His last fight was it the Holloway fight? I don't remember, but it was a long time ago. That's all I remember. So Sterling has very good grappling ability. He's going to put on a lot of pressure on Calvin Kattar. Also, I believe the weight cut is going to be much better for Aljamain Sterling. He was cutting a shit ton of weight, mate. In the weigh-ins, he looked extremely drawn out. He looked horrible in the weigh-ins, but he should look a little bit better. It's still going to be a hard cut for him, but at featherweight, it's going to be a much better cut. I think he's going to be able to perform much better in the fight. And yeah, I think Sterling is going to get the back and be able to submit him, or at least threaten the submissions. But my prediction is going to be, I think he's going to get a 30-27 decision. I think Sterling by decision, 30-27. Next fight up the card, we have Jiri Prochazka versus Alexander Rakic. The main takeaway from this fight, though, from what I've seen, is that Jiri is coming off that KO loss from Alex Pereira, and he's coming off it pretty quick. It wasn't the worst, most brutal KO, but it was a KO nonetheless. He did get rocked. He had some damage in that fight, absolutely, for sure. But this fight Rakic is gonna be moving back the whole time, and Jiri is gonna be pressuring with everything like he usually does in every single fight of his. But the thing is, Rakic is good fighting off his back foot, and he's gonna throw a lot of very good leg kicks. Yeah, and the lead leg is just there to be kicked off Jiri Prochazka. I'm just gonna say it as it is. He's very heavy on his lead leg. It's gonna be chopped away. But I don't know, in all the chaos that Jiri Prochazka will throw, I think Rakic, there's a big possibility that Rakic gets caught with one of those shots. But if I had to choose, if I had to make a prediction, you know what, I'm going with Jiri Prochazka. I think Jiri Prochazka is going to get this done. I think he's going to knock Alexander Rakic out in round 2. That is going to be my prediction. Round 2 KO Jiri Prochazka. Or if it goes to decision, I can see it being a 29-28, but my money is on a round 2 KO. I think he's going to catch him. Moving up the card, we are already at the main card. Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage, right? Yes, Cody Brundage. Man, the UFC has done Cody Brundage dirty. He's just been sent as a sacrificial lamb in this fight. They haven't really done it dirty. He's fighting at UFC 300. He better be grateful about this. Yeah, so he's just a sacrificial lamb, bro. I think Bo Nickal, he's going to have a little bit of pressure because he's going to have to like prove a point against a guy like this who doesn't really have shit in his career. So Bo Nickal is going to feel the pressure to impress the fans, but Bo Nickal with that wrestling background, I think he's going to be pretty good with pressure. He's going to be good with a high pressure situation like this. And I think he's going to win however he wants. I think he's going to be better in the striking. I think he's going to be better in the wrestling. And yeah, eventually I think he's going to just get the back. Rear naked choke this dude. Easy. Easy. It's going to be easy. Put your money down on... actually, no, don't put any money on this fight, brother. You won't be making shit. You won't be making shit on this one. So if you're putting money, man, might as well actually put it on Brundage. He might actually catch Bo. And you might end up 10xing your net worth. You get what I'm saying? Moving up the card, we have Charles Oliveira versus Arman Tsarukian. And this is the fight that I'm the most excited about on this entire card. This is a crazy one, man. This is an absolute crazy one. I don't know who to pick on this one. Tsarukian is that new generation fighter, bro. He just extremely well-rounded. And he did better against Makhachev at 21 years of age than Charles Oliveira just did. And that is insane. And Tsarukian has improved a lot since that fight. So has Makhachev. And honestly, Oliveira was very equally equipped in that fight against Makhachev. Obviously until the knockdown happened, until he got finished. But yeah, I think Arman is going to have some good moments. I think he's going to be able to land some big shots on the break when they're leaving the clinch. And he might end up knocking down Oliveira, and he's going to rush in for that for a finish. He's not going to just be just allow Oliveira to stand back up. And I think Oliveira is going to have a good chance of finishing this dude. He on the ground, he might get a triangle, and I think Arman might even throw some takedowns. And I think there's a big chance that Oliveira gets a guillotine in one of those combos, or he might get the back eventually. I don't know, but I believe Oliveira is going to get this one done. He's going to get it done in... You know what? I'm going to go with round 1. I'm confident with my boy Olives. He's going to get this done in round 1. Rear naked choke, submission. Boom, give him the belt. You know, take it away from Makhachev. Don't give a shit. Sad reality of things, but it is what it is. Next fight up the card, we have Justin Gaethje versus Max Holloway, also known as Maximus Holloway, also known as Jerome Holloway, also known as Maximum PEDs Holloway. Now, I don't think he's on gear, but he's been looking chunky lately, man. He's been looking super big, super strong for sure. But like, yeah, the way I see this fight going, I can see Max Holloway pressuring a lot. And he's going to be throwing some crazy combinations. Justin Gaethje is going to try to get like a 1-2. He's going to be swinging wild. But I think in those insane combinations, I think Max Holloway is going to land some good, crisp, clean shots. And I think that's going to rock Justin Gaethje. And once Gaethje is rocked, Max Holloway is going to follow up with an entourage. That's a big word. But yeah, he's going to just throw a shit ton of strikes. He's going to try and finish the fight. And he has cardio for days, man. Holloway, I don't think Holloway is going to get slept. A lot of people seem to think, oh, Gaethje is going to destroy him. He's going to like put him to sleep. He's going to break that chin. I don't think it's going to happen, man. Max Holloway fought Dustin Poirier when he wasn't even bulked up. He looked like a featherweight fighting a lightweight. It was what it was. And yeah, I think Max Holloway is going to get this done. He's going to throw a shit ton of volume. I think this is a very good stylistic matchup. Max Holloway might even throw some takedowns in there, because we know Justin Gaethje doesn't like takedowns. So yeah, I think Gaethje's gonna lose his composure in there, and he's just gonna get absolutely beat up. I don't think Gaethje is gonna get knocked out, or do I? Do I think Gaethje's gonna get knocked out? I don't know, man. It's extremely hard to tell. I'm gonna go with yes. I think Justin Gaethje is gonna get finished in round number 4. I think that's where it's gonna happen. I think Poirier finished him in round 4 as well. Yeah, I think Max Holloway is gonna catch him eventually in one of those combos and just be able to put him away. Gaethje is gonna quit. Max Holloway is gonna make Gaethje quit. Let's see. I believe that. Let's see if it happens. Also, not to forget, Max Holloway, he has some very good range kicks, and he's going to be able to gas Gaethje out even further with those. So in round 4, yeah, I do believe he's going to finish him. Moving up the card, we have the real title fights now. And not just the fake shit belt, but now we have the real fights. What's this girl's name? Damn, I've only written her last name here. Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili versus xiaonan. Right, I got that right. So, this fight is Weili's, man. I just don't see how xiaonan is gonna do much in this fight. She might get some moments in the phone booth. I said phone book. Jesus, man, it's late at night. It's like 4:30 a.m. Give me a break. So I think she's gonna catch Weili. You know, she might catch her. Weili will throw back some crazy shit. And but yeah, I think Weili is gonna implement the grappling as well. She's gonna throw Yan wherever she wants. She's gonna just absolutely demolish her on the ground. She did whatever she wanted with Carla pretty much. And Carla is known for like a good grappling in this division. Yeah, so I think Weili is gonna throw a few strikes, get a couple good combos, then transition to a takedown, take her down, just do whatever she wants. And I think Weili is gonna get xiaonan by submission in round. I'm gonna go with round 4. I think Weili is gonna stretch it out a little bit because it's her fellow country woman, and I think she won't want to disrespect her like that. I think she's gonna stretch it out to round 4 and finish it then. If not that, it's going to be a completely dominant decision, a win for Weili. But yeah, I think it's going to be a round 4 finish. Moving up the card, we have the main event of UFC 300. Absolutely insane stacked card. So let's see the main event: Pereira versus Hill. So the main takeaway I have from this fight is that Hill is obviously coming off that tragic injury of his, was it the Achilles heel or whatever? And those things, they don't recover quick. That's a tough injury to deal with. Also, apart from that, he has no momentum. He'll be a little ring rusted. Yeah, but in the fight, I'll tell you this: Pereira is chinny, man. He's chinny. He doesn't have the best defense. He doesn't have the best striking defense, and Hill is going to throw a lot of straights down the middle. And I think Pereira isn't the best at dealing with straight shots. Hill is a very orthodox fighter. He's not like one of them crazy, just do anything, duck down, throw shots up the middle. He's not one of them, like how Jiri was, and that gives some problems to Pereira. I think this is a very suitable matchup for Pereira because it's going to be a more orthodox striking match. But yeah, Hill looks to like just shoot shots, surprise you, just be a little explosive, shoot shots. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be great against Pereira, especially considering that Pereira has Glover in his corner who knows exactly what Hill is going to try to do. Yeah, he's going to use his very good non-telegraphed kicks, leg kicks. Man, I'm just butchering this whole video. I'm sleepy. Cut me some slack. But yeah, I think he's going to use his kicks very well. He's going to destroy that leg that's already destroyed, bro. It's coming off of surgery or whatever, I think. Yeah, I know that Hill even made a meme of that. He made like a reel or something about it. But yeah, I think this suits Pereira a lot, considering this is a very orthodox striking fight. And I think Pereira is going to get this one done. I think he's going to knock Hill out in round 4. I'm going to go with round 4 KO for Alex Pereira, the winner of the main event of UFC 300. We need 100% prediction rate on this card, or else I'm just going to be super disappointed. I might not. I won't even make another video. This is bullshit if I don't get 100% prediction rate on this shit because man, I think all the other YouTube predictors are just trash. I have nothing to base this opinion on, so let's just see where this video goes. If I just fluke it and get everything right or not. So anyways, thank you for watching, and put some money down on my picks, and you're probably gonna win big because I think these are pretty good picks that I've chosen. I have like all the notes and shit over here. So if the sport makes any sense, you're winning money if you listen to these picks. Black Octagon. Black Octagon was the biggest takeaway of this video. UFC had put a poll up on their Instagram. I think it might be a Black Octagon this time, which will be crazy. It'll be pretty interesting to look at. So I'm waiting to see that. And yeah, that's the video, guys. Hope I made y'all some money. See y'all.